Welcome back to Biafra News Support Biafra People of Goodwill. Ada Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Biafrans, I bring you another update coming from Biafra Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's official X handle. And this very news headline is coming from Los Angeles Weekly. And the news headline says, Biafrans, a people in diaspora longing for a home to call their own. Okay, so Biafra Prime Minister posted this very update, this very news on his official X handle with a caption I'm going to read for you. And I will also bring the news in full details for you, so pay attention and stay tuned. Before I continue, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, please kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell right beside it to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. Don't forget to share, leave your comments at the comment section, and please tune in once you get notification. So Biafra Prime Minister posted this very news from Los Angeles Weekly that I'm going to bring in full details for you. So here is the news headline and the full update. And it says, Biafrans, a people in diaspora longing for a home to call their own. For hundreds and even thousands of years, Africa has borne witness to huge moments in human history. Current scientific evidence points to Africa as the cradle of humankind, and while there is a debate on where exactly in Africa humans first emerged, the continent still plays a central role in the origin of the human race. Africa is also a land of turmoil, with the West and the East Africa slave trade unleashing huge devastation on the continent's people. Various colonial empire partitioned Africa among themselves, while the remaining local kingdoms waged war against each other. Ethnic and religious conflict persists even in the post-colonial era. What is currently known as Nigeria was a British colonial project, having amalgamated its holding in West Africa in 1914. By 1960, with the British Empire in decline, Nigeria gained its independence. Due to the fact that Nigeria was an arbitrary creation of the British, lumping together more than 250 ethnic groups speaking over 500 languages, ethnic and the religious tension that persisted throughout the post-independence era. Northern Nigeria is mostly Muslims, with the Hausa people as the largest ethnic group. The south is mostly Christian with some traditional religions. The Yoruba people are found mostly in the southwest, while the Igbo people are mostly in southeast, particularly in a region called Biafra. In 1960, anti-Igbo sentiment in the north and the west forced many of them to flee towards the southeast regions, where they were suffered due to the larger number of Igbo. However, tensions remained and the violence flowed up multiple times, and the Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, governor of Nigeria's eastern region, declared the region as an independent state known as the Republic of Biafra. This kicked off the Nigerian Civil War, which lasted from 1967 to 1970. Biafra, which was recognized by several African countries and supported by allies in Africa and Europe, was gripped by famine due to a near total military blockade, causing millions of deaths. In 1970, the Biafran government surrendered, and the republic was reabsorbed into Nigeria. While the Nigeria government promised that there would be no victor and no vanquished at the end of the civil war, many Biafrans flee that the government has not followed through on these promises. Ever since the end of the war, the Igbo people were mostly excluded from power in the federal Nigerian government. With no Igbo becoming Nigeria head of state since 1966, development projects were much scarcer in the Biafran region. Despite the rich natural resources provided by the Niger Delta, significant oil deposits, and the major city of Port Harcourt. More than 50 years since the end of the Nigerian Civil War, the continuing ethno-religious tension and undevelopment in the region have resulted in a Biafran diaspora, with millions of Biafrans leaving Nigeria for a better life overseas. In the United States alone, there are 4 million Biafrans, despite the country no longer existing for over 5 decades. The dream for an independent state still remains with a Biafra with a Biafra Republic government in exile bridge. Declared in 2023 with Finland-based Simon Ekpa as its prime minister, along with 200 cabinet ministers and liaison office in many different countries, especially those with a significant Biafra population. Back in Nigeria, Biafrans have been holding civil disobedience campaigns in protest. According to Ekpa, the bridge has organized a referendum which began on February 1st, 2024 to gain the consent of Biafran people to work towards Biafra independence from Nigeria. A Biafran convention will also be held in Finland later this year. He adds that once Biafra has obtained independence, the government in exile will be dissolved and election will be held for a new government. In an independent Biafra, Ekpa envisions a democratic form of government where people are treated equal and no ethnic group is marginalized. He also proposes a digital national identification system and database, which he believes can help control the rampant crime rate that is purging virtually the entirety of Nigeria. Digital technology can also help minimize fraud in areas such as voting and educational credentials. Ekpa believes that a large portion of the Biafran diaspora will be encouraged to return to their homeland once it becomes independent, bringing the education skills and the resources they obtained abroad to Biafra and the help in the country's development. Having seen the advanced public welfare and the governance system in Finland, Ekpa hopes to emulate that system in Biafra. Just as Biafra is the birthplace of human civilization, we want to help create a better civilization in Africa with Biafra. Ekpa says the country we are looking for a country that every Biafran will be proud of. I have not been to Nigeria for the past 15 years, and there are many members of the Biafran diaspora who have not set foot in our homeland for even longer. Out of fear for their safety, however, our hearts are always present there, perhaps even more so than many Nigerians who travel back to their country every year. Okay, this is coming from Los Angeles Weekly, and Biafra Prime Minister posted this very update on his official X handle. He said Ekpa believes that a large portion of the Biafran diaspora will be encouraged to return to their homeland once it becomes independent, bringing the education skills and the resources they obtained abroad to Biafra and the help in the country's development. Having seen the advanced public welfare and the governance system in Finland, Master Simon Ekpa hopes to emulate that system in Biafra land. Just as Africa is the birthplace of human civilization, we want to help create a better civilization in Africa with Biafra. Simon Ekpa says. Why is it Simon Ekpa? He's Simon Ekpa because he's out, fully out for Biafra total liberation. Not to be noticed. You see the difference? The DOS are wise. What are you since how many years? Have you seen how far we have gone? Los Angeles Weekly. Now for jazz, he's a cloud, he's a chasing cloud and all of that. He's karma, he's this, he's that. You people keep crying over our own problem when we did not complain to you people. It's Biafra or Biafra, there is nothing they can do about it. The PM has set the mind of all Biafrans. We are ready to go home and develop our Biafra nation. And there is nothing they can do about it. Thank you, our PM, Master Simon Ekpa. We Biafrans are very proud of you forever. Because of these your ideologies to make Biafra land a better place to live on earth, you have our support 100%. We stand with you in every situation. Keep up your good work, our PM. Lobatobie, one of Biafra land. This is pure truth. This is pure truth. Biafra Prime Minister did not lie. Many Biafrans abroad are scared of coming home because we are always the target. Biafrans are always the target. We are always the target where zoo criminals and the police and the terrorists in army uniform are. We are always the target. Many Biafrans are scared. Nde hana biana ageso makana sombabu agog. Hana ejishi, yana eji obi agog. Because Biafra land, they always target Biafrans. It's not safe to go home. That is why many don't want to go home. We all can remember the man that was living in Germany for years, and he decided to travel home for 20-something years. He decided to travel home. He did not get back. He was unable to go back to his family in Deutschland. He was killed by a happy trigger police officer of Zoo. So Biafra Prime Minister did not lie. Biafrans want a place they can call home. They can call their own without being killed, without being marginalized, without being humiliated and intimidated, without being excluded. Those of you say, you're including us because of you're including us because of this. We are including you for you to be free and manage your oil. And moreover, we have not been in charge of your so-called oil. We want you to be in charge of your natural resources, to be in charge of your oil. You govern your state with whatever you have. If you don't have, those that have much will contribute, will give. Biafra is light, and Biafra is that country every other country will emulate from. I'm telling you the honest truth. That is why they are scared of Biafra. We believe, and I believe a lot of Biafrans from diaspora will return to the homeland. However, with a good system in place. That is what Biafra Prime Minister wants. That is what he wants Biafrans to come home. That is why he's doing everything to make sure Biafra is restored. Even when the criminal career agitators are doing everything to remain relevant to their paymasters. Biafra Prime Minister keep winning them left, right, center, front and back. And he will continue because Chukwu Kikabiama is with him. So, Biafrans, I will read some comments. I will read some comments from Biafrans here. I will read some comments. Somebody said, we believe, and I believe a lot of Biafrans from diaspora will return to the homeland when Biafra is restored. Another person said, Biafra Prime Minister is telling nothing but the truth. Since I came to Deutschland 20 years now, I have never set my foot in that zoo called Nigeria. That is why we must continue to fund this liberation fight. Okay. Another person says soon the CNN and BBC will be forced to start discussing Biafra Prime Minister and Biafra restoration. As I'm telling you now, as we are talking, or as I'm making this, I'm sure that Biafra topic is on the world leaders' table. How can we do this? Britain is running around. Biafra is no longer, nobody can stop Biafra this time around. And no, they are running around. What can we do? There is nothing they can do. No man born of a woman can stop Elohim's project. Biafra is here and there is nothing they can do about it. The awareness is massive. We are moving faster than they expected us. We are moving fast. We really need Biafra freedom so that our men will come back and marry. Somebody is saying, and marry our women so that God in heaven will bless us again as he used to bless our ancestors. God bless our PM and his cabinet for the wonderful work they are doing. Is said. And that person said 100% truth at Bridge PM. And they mandated, okay, and the mandate. And the Bridge Lordship and the mandate we stand in Biafra land. Oh, okay. And that person said, I couldn't say it better, even if I tried. The PM said it all. He spoke the mind of millions of Biafrans, not because we are not doing great or living well where we are, but because Biafra is home. We are at our best when we are at home. Biafra soul is in our DNA. God bless Biafra, he said. So, Biafrans, there are a lot of comments from Biafrans here. If I keep reading these comments, we will not finish this very update. So, I will stop here. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comments at the comment section. And please tune in once you get notification and share as you listen. Share so that other Biafrans will know the happenings in this very freedom we are fighting for. God bless our Prime Minister. Strengthen him more and more. Protect him for us. Guide him and his cabinet. Victory is ours and will continue to be ours. Issa, thank you all.